and that won't be enough this year.
Thanks, Sumner.
You're welcome. Anytime you want to hear about Viacom, call me.
I'm going to take you up on that. This is On 24, and I'm Mitchell Whiteman. And we're in New York at the News Corp New Media Conference, at the Industry Standards Media Summit, at the Merrill Lynch Hardware Heaven Conference, at the Schroeder's Variety Big Picture Conference. We're in San Francisco. We're in New York City. Broadband is going to be out there for everybody very soon, and streaming media will be on a lot of desktops and workplaces. People talk about the digital divide. Do you see a time when broadband will be offered to not just those that are privileged to have internet connections in their home, but even to urban and rural communities as well?
I do. I think the history of high technology in this country offers cause for genuine optimism. The evolution in technology has brought down the costs and made that technology available to a much broader audience. And I think that's what we will see here as well.
One of the things you just mentioned was copyrights, and Michael Eisner, Chairman and CEO of your company, just gave an address talking about property rights, copyrights, and really intellectual property and what's going to happen in this digital age. What are your thoughts to go on top of Michael's?
Well, we really believe that that content is going to be a big contributor to the growth of and the proliferation of the internet, and that again, people don't get onto the internet because of how slick the Cisco routers are, or because of what protocol is used. They go on for the content that they're going to get off the internet. Content providers have to have access to revenue streams for providing that content. Otherwise, there's no incentive to provide it.
A company which you cover is Apple. The cult effect around Steve Jobs that has propelled so many people to Apple. Will they be able to take it to the next step, or will they always have the same market share moving forward to their installed base?
2 points on that. I don't expect Apple's going to have a lot of success in penetrating new markets, meaning new business markets. On the other hand, I think if we move more to a device appliance world in the home, Apple's got a huge opportunity in our view to really have the entire consumer market as its total addressable opportunity. And clearly in a market where you're going to be flooded with a sea of devices and appliances, product differentiation, form factor, branding, marketing, all of which Apple scores extraordinarily well at, could be differentiating factors in terms of who wins, who loses.
Looking forward, you're going to have a lot of free cash flow and a pretty healthy balance sheet.
Yes.
Do you anticipate ever leveraging up again as you did with the Paramount deal?
I don't think it'll be necessary. In the first place, I don't see much out there that would interest us. The truth of the matter is we have virtually, for the company this size, very, very little debt, and we can do anything we want in terms of taking advantage of growth opportunities, although I see most of our growth very vibrant but internal. And of course, we can, as we are right now, buy hundreds of millions of dollars of stock. We have a $1 billion stock buyback going right now. The cash flow is going to be ominous. We can do what we want, and we'll do only what's intelligent.
Given your extensive knowledge about this new economy, do you have any tips for the individual investor on how they should evaluate things moving forward?
Well, the term new economy always bothers me a little bit, because I heard that term. If you read business history, you find it in the writings in the late 20s in 1929 about the new economy, et cetera, without recession, et cetera, that they were saying. You have to be very careful to get away from that thinking. We still have an economy that is based on return on capital and the things that are very important and traditionally been important. But I am a believer in the semiconductor and the PC and the internet changing our economy, but it's around the edges. The basic principles are still there. You got to get your company profitable. You have to have a return on investment. But given that, there are many, many new ways that the economy is different, and using the advantages of technology to improve efficiency and improve the way we live, the way we buy things, the way we get our medical information, and do things in our lives.
Being that this is a new media get-together, I have to bring up the real new media that everybody talks about, the AOLs, the Yahoos, that type. With the AOL-Time Warner merger, are you looking to, even in broad sense, if you don't want to comment specifically, move into buying current new media properties or expand in that way?
No, I actually don't think we are. I think that our view of, in fact, most of our thinking about that merger was that if that's the state-of-the-art merger in January 2000, what's the state-of-the-art business combination in 2003, 2005? And in our view, that combination is a combination of television, interactive services, and broadband services. And so what this conference is about, and really all of our initiatives are about, are having the leadership position 2002, 2003, 2004. And I think that leadership position will be based on interactivity and broadband, not on narrowband internet, which is really what AOL and Yahoo are.
Peter, thanks for joining us today.
Great, thanks, Mitchell.
For On 24, this is Mitchell Whiteman. Thanks, Tina.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Frank, thanks for joining us.
No, thanks. Good to be with you.
For On 24, this is Mitchell Whiteman.